Hello everybody, welcome to my video. Since it's the 1st of June, I thought that I could maybe draw two of my characters who deserve to be drawn, because one is bisexual whilst the other one is gay, and their story revolves around them coming true with their identity. So, hello, welcome once again. I already briefly introduced what I will be drawing today, in a very bad manner, so let's just skip the explanations. I am Ghosty and I hope that you'll enjoy the video. In today's spread, I drew two of my OCs, Adam, the one holding the bisexual flag, and Atlas, the one holding the MLM flag. No, not multi-level marketing. I'm just starting with a brief sketch with which I struggled a lot. I just couldn't get it to look right. The hands, especially with like the position of them holding the flag, but also Adam's hair. He has the style of hair which is like slipped back. It's very sharp and it's not as curly, and I don't draw that type of hair a lot. I probably had all of these issues. There will be more of them later whilst drawing this, because I've been trying to overcome some sort of art block, hence why I started to work in sketchbooks again. Quick lore about me, last time I drew in a sketchbook was probably more than 5 months ago, if not even 7, I don't know, it was definitely more than half a year. So that being said, if you'd like a small sketchbook tour of my 40% finished old sketchbook, please let me know. Recently I just wasn't feeling satisfied with my art. I'm trying to achieve this messy style and it's never working out. Whenever I paint digitally, cause you have to know, I am working more digitally than I am traditionally. I've been doing many digital pieces recently, trying to find my art style, which is something that I don't recommend doing. I am trying to be a creator, so I kind of have to have this trademark, at least I feel like I do. So I thought that a sketchbook might help with this. Whenever I paint digitally, I unconsciously awake the perfectionist in me. So I focus on every detail extra hard, which is unnecessary in my case, because I want my art to be messy. I don't want it to be very precise. Whenever I'm drawing without a reference, by that I mean referencing a style which I like, I can never remember the process of how I did things, and I have many pieces in which this was the case. So this new sketchbook is here to hopefully help me defeat this issue and overcome it. Alright, enough rambling about my problems already. Let's get to the story of these two lovebirds. But first of all, before I begin, the story is still a work in progress. I'm still trying to brainstorm ideas for the concept and other characters, so that the story, called Racing Heartbeat by the way, will make sense in the final run. Although I can confidently say that Adam and Atlas are both the most polished and probably even finished characters. Maybe because I'm biased and I love them a lot. I'll start off with Adam, who's a 24-year-old mechanic from Poland working at a workshop at day and at night working illegally at street races. Yo, who would have thought that street races aren't illegal? He doesn't participate in races because of his past, where he was accused of tuning his vehicles, mostly motorcycles, to his advantages. That's why he's now only portraying the mechanic aspect of him. Here's a quick retrospect of his past. Adam grew up very poor. His parents were addicts who didn't care about his well-being. They all got thrown to the streets, where he had to turn to shady business from a young age. Fast forward to him breaking down and finally escaping his family, he was found by a man called David who saw what kind of business he did. David wasn't fond of the so-called shady business idea, mostly because Adam was so young when David had found him. So he offered Adam a workplace in his workshop, later introducing him to the street racing scene unwillingly. They made a promise that Adam would never participate in these races. This was prior to the accusations, by the way, because David saw them as dangerous and exploitive. But Adam broke the promise after he saw the prize money. Will he do it again, this time for a different reason? Nah, but jokes aside, that's Adam and his little story. I thought I may introduce those characters a little bit to you, since this piece is rather meaningful, so you would know that it's not just characters posing with pride flags, rather they have their own little story why they do that. So now Atlas. Atlas, on the other hand, may seem like the polar opposite at first glance. Though upon further investigations, they may not seem so different from each other at all. Atlas is a 26-year-old rich boy who also takes part in the street races together with his sister Maria. I won't be talking about their relationship in this video. I may let this be for a different video where I explain character design more. If you like such a video, just tell me in the comments down below and I can make a video on how I design and write stories for my characters. Atlas and Maria are both seen as some sort of VIPs. Many want to either compete against them or befriend them, in quotations mark of course. They both are also the so-called sponsors of the races, their money being the initial prize money. The reason why Atlas participates in these races is solely for the purpose of adrenaline and letting go. His family sees him as the golden child, being the only male from his generation. But with this status comes a major issue which drives his parents crazy. Atlas's parents believe that with the right methods they can cure him from being gay. Addressing him with homophobic remarks, also coming from his sister, sending him to paid therapists and eventually arranging straight marriages. And they are very persistent with it. That's Atlas's purpose of racing. He feels like himself. He can finally let go of all the burden on his shoulders. And that's where he meets Adam. They both start off as enemies who eventually blossom to become something more. Adam and Atlas both help each other out with their problems, and through Atlas, Adam also becomes finally content with him partially liking men, and that there's nothing wrong with being slightly different than the majority of other people. They both learn new things about each other, and they finally learn to look at things from the perspective of the other. Well, here's the finished illustration. I hope that you like it. As you saw during the speed bait, I managed to run into a few problems, but all turned out fine in the end. Remember to not get discouraged by mistakes. They are a part of making art. Sketchbooks aren't meant to be perfect, remember that. I also really apologize for rather many cuts, but you had to see my setup. Bro, my head was always in the way because I am literally blind. I had to look closer to where I'm putting certain lines. So that's maybe why there will be many cuts in this video. But it's okay. Hopefully I can think of a better setup next time. Maybe not on a sports machine with a tripod that cost like $3. But that is to say that I hope that you enjoyed this video as well as my rambling. If not, well then sorry, I guess. I'll see you all in the next video of mine, which will probably be in digital form. Well, see you soon. Thank you for watching today's video.